Ini sih SNN ngapain sih Pilates? So actually what you have in mind gitu loh. But it's something the future.
Yeah.
It's the future gitu. So how did you know it for 5 years ago before pandemic? 5 years ago ya?
Yeah, we started
Wow.
5 years ago.
I'm so good on that.
Yeah.
Gitu kan?
Yeah, pas banget.
Ya kan?
We started 2016.
Nah,
Tapi I landed in Pilates in 2014. So what happened was, growing up, I was a really chubby kid.
Waduh.
Bener-bener chubby all throughout my life. So, it wasn't until kelas 12 that one day kayak lagi tuh hari pakai baju bebas. Aku mau pakai jeans dan aku tuh nggak bisa kancing, Bu.
Size berapa tuh? Anyway.
I can't remember actually lagi itu. So I was just like, aduh. And I talked to my mom and I said, aduh ini tuh kok kayak gini banget gitu. And at that point tuh aku udah 2 tahun personal training apa segala. Cuma ya kalau habis personal training pulangnya makan Häagen-Dazs kan. Jadi akhirnya dia bilang, okay, look, let me support you, what do you wanna do? Terus dia kayak, let me look up some diet programs, gini gitu. Aku ambil satu diet program, dalam 8 minggu aku turun 10 kilo, abis itu rambut aku rontok semua. Jadi sejak itu, and then I went to college kan.
Oh yeah.
Jadi kayak I did some treatment for the hair, whatever, tapi then I was just like, now I'm stuck in this new body where I'm like 10 kilograms lebih kecil daripada sebelumnya. Tapi I don't know what the heck is nutrition, how to eat well, how to be well.
So when you go diet,
itu waktu kelas 12 kan.
Kelas 12, dietnya on what?
Kayak makanannya semua kayak chilled gitu loh. Kayak tinggal dipanasin gitu. It's just like, I wouldn't recommend it for anybody. Right?
That's why I asked.
Yeah. Nah, abis itu udahnya, jadi on the 3rd year, I realized kayak, maybe I should try a new type of workout. So at that point kan cuma taunya naik treadmill atau naik cross trainer, that's it
cardio,
kan. Yeah. And I'm just like, I hate cardio, like what is this gitu kan. Nah, I started doing strength training, tapi strength training tuh kayak giving like weird things in my neck. So then I thought, maybe I should try something else. Now, I read that yoga would be good for you. So I started doing yoga. Tapi ya zaman dulu kan pelit, jadi nggak pernah ikut-ikut kayak kelas kan, Bu. And I didn't do it the right way. I had no idea that you needed somebody else to guide you. Jadi I went and did yoga online on my own, and I got really kayak bener-bener I've never felt that kind of neck pain ya. Sampai in that month aku tuh ditemenin teman-teman beli 10 bantal. Dan each time selalu kayak I was scared to go to sleep because I know in the morning when I wake up I'll feel so stiff in my neck. So then I went home di Indo. That was 2014 summer. Terus mami bilang, udah stop it, kayak you just either do physiotherapy or you do Pilates. At that point I was like, I don't want to do Pilates karena cuma taunya Pilates tuh mahal. Buat ibu-ibu kaya.
How did your ibu
I don't know.
Pilates, Pilates is just like new things, you know.
Kita kan tinggalnya di deket sini, right? Where like maksudnya di Dharma Wangsa Square kan cukup banyak ada all kinds of Pilates studios. Tapi I never considered it. Cuma dia kayak just try it. For the love of God, just try it. Jadi kita datang. Aku cobain. Aku cobain 3 kali. So aku kayak biasa aja. So aku pergi ke fisioterapi lagi. Terus kayak dia tuh sampai kayak kerjain yang traction gitu loh.
Oh, yang gitu.
Terus habis itu udahnya didn't make it go away. Then I met this one teacher, a different teacher from this one. It wasn't a group class. It wasn't even a private. One time, Bu, he taught me something. It was like a pelvic movement gitu. And then the neck pain just poof,
gone.
Poof. It was just like new day. So I'm like, what is this? Nah, at that point in time, justru I came back lagi, ketemu lagi sama orang itu. Jadi a few times ketemu lagi sama guru yang sama ini. I was just like, what is this magic? Nah, and then I went back to LA for my last semester in college. So then I drove 40 minutes away from my place to go to a Pilates studio. 6 times later, I was like, I need to teach this. This is like the best thing that has happened to me. I'm gonna learn it.
Come up to you then.
And I asked my parents langsung kayak, in a heartbeat, go for it.
Wow, that's good.
Jadi, I took it, and then at the end of that year, I went back to Indo kan. So then I transferred over my program ke Indo. Took me a long time sampai akhirnya ini. Jadi, at that point in time, I just thought it's for me,
Mm-mm.
and maybe on the side I could teach.
Is that certified or something?
Yes. So you need to be, sebenarnya there's like two ways. One is like you have to be comprehensively trained, meaning kayak you know how to do all the machines. Tapi the other one is there's a certifying body. There's been a lot of like kayak spicy conversations about the certifying body sih. Tapi anyway, jadi always, yeah. So then in 2016, this teacher that I went to who healed me, his studio was done here. Mereka mau gulung tikar, orang Indo. Terus dia bilang, mau nggak kalau kita bareng? He knew that I wanted it. He knew I was training to be a teacher. Jadi janjinya begitu. In 2016, I opened the studio with him. He was gonna be there for the whole year while I went to New York to do my masters. Jadi all this time aku tuh pikir bahwa aku akan cuma manage on the side and I would still pursue something within education atau psychology. Tapi sambil ngambil my master's degree, I also did my Pilates training lagi. And then I came back home, nobody would take my class. A full year.
Continue.
Yes.
This is for the what?
That
When you come back, it was like
it was 2017 kan. So at that point in time kayak I was already practicing for maybe about 3 years.
3 years.
Tapi I was only teaching for maybe like 1.5 years.
Okay.
Di New York kayak maksudnya people would take my class because I wasn't fully certified yet. Jadi ya tinggal maksudnya orang ikut kan, harga juga setengah kan. Begitu pulang sini, it was my studio but no one would take my class.
Because nobody knows you.
But at that point in time kayak I was just like, and yet every single time I went for other opportunities, somehow it just like I just always sat back at the studio and thought, daripada aku kerjain something terus pulang aku do my passion, padahal the passion is already here. In the space of a ruko with 4 machines and with a teacher who cannot affirm me juga, tapi it's already here, so why don't I just go with it? Jadi I never ended up taking any other opportunity jadinya. Ya udah, ya pulang abis S2 itu.
Then you focus on this.
I just
So
sat
how you
there.
get your first
client? First client was my mom.
I should guess that also. I was thinking, is your mom or is your dad? I'm not far.
She is still my loyal client to this day. Apa namanya? She was the only one who was like, I don't care. I'm not gonna take it with anybody else. I'm just gonna take it with you. Jadi pelan-pelan
so
lovely. Iya. Jadi afterwards I was just like, ya udahlah, kayak we'll just keep going. Yeah.
So how's your partners? Your partners also still with you?
So we split ways in early 2020 before we knew the pandemic was gonna hit.
Wow.
Yeah, we split ways because kayak I think it was clear that the vision for the two of us were very different. I felt like kayak he and I were starting to like also like step on each other's toes.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was just like, this is my thing, and I know this is your thing, but let's just
draw the line. I know.
And I actually sat down with a mentor of mine, terus dia kayak, kamu harus tahu bahwa kadang-kadang nggak semua orang tuh cocok main bulu tangkis tuh double. Kadang-kadang orang harus mainnya tunggal. Kamu kayaknya tunggal sih. Ya udah Bu. Yeah. But my brother is a silent partner kan sebenarnya. So he's the one.
He's so silent.
He's very silent. Tapi enggak sih sebenarnya. In the first year, he was the one who helped set up the systems.
Oh wow.
The admin system. Yeah. So it's funny, dia selalu ngomong kayak, you know, this is the funny thing about you. Like you said you wanted a Pilates studio, and then all the universe just like conspired to help you out gitu. Yeah, I mean, I work hard, tapi juga at the same time, I agree that it's one of those things with Pilates where like, it's almost like it chose me rather than I chose it. Just the opportunities kept like lining up gitu loh. Tapi ya gitu, so you know, so then I thought it was just gonna be like a personal small studio where I've always believed that my job is to be a local rock star. I didn't care to be like kayak the biggest studio owner.
No.
What does it matter,
No.
right? Tapi instead kayak whoever is within my 5 mile radius
Yeah.
should know that we don't only offer services, we actually offer services that can heal and transform your life.
Yes.
And that has worked well so far.
I think so because I am one of
One of the recipients.
I think so. It's more into yeah. I mean, it's not easy to find a studio, like that, which is it's nice.
Yeah.
And your place is very, I would say, has a positive energy. Has a very good energy in Kemang itu. Yeah.
Thank you.
Feeling apa ya? It's just good.
Yeah.
Good to be there gitu kan. Kan kadang-kadang kita it's just for the sake of olahraga lah udahlah,
Yeah.
so what gitu kan.
Yeah.
Tapi it's like feeling home lah. Basically that you're on your ini. Bagus.
Yeah.
Gitu.
Yeah, that's actually also been surprising because a lot of people commented on that. And I think this is more an aspiration than it is a reality sometimes. Tapi what I try to communicate to my teachers is I want you to succeed. I always tell them like, if at any point I find out that I'm teaching more than any of you guys combined, I'm doing something wrong. It should be you guys who's teaching more than me gitu kan. Because I'm there to like navigate the ship. If I navigate the ship and tell everybody else what to do, then ya udah,
like,
then harus pindah jadi sekoci. Nggak boleh Titanic lagi. So I mean, we try. It seems that like I've been graced juga with like teachers who are very dedicated to the craft. They're not dedicated to the place, they're not dedicated to just the client, tapi they're dedicated to the craft. And I think
that's the most important.
Yeah.
Because then you bring soul into whatever that you do, into your hands to create something. Yeah. And that as a client, let's just feel it,
Yeah.
Feel it. Because one is no judge that whatever it is, it's just like, Bu, actually your body is like begini. You think so? Yeah, I don't think so. Then I said, you have a proof? Permisi ya ibu. But it's true. I'm telling you the truth. Then how come dirinya kesini? And my head like this. It can be cured or not. So I'm gonna ask. So that kind of conversation I think is a nice thing to have with the trainer yang knowledgeable. Gitu.
And it's also here for your success, not for their success.
No.
That's hard, see.
That's hard.
It's hard to find. And to be honest with you, I take no credit for it because that's not what I tell them. Like, I don't feed words into their mouth. They just are like that.
So meaning that you choose and pick the one that who
the universe.
Okay, the universe. All right, the universe.
Just like universe sending you to us.
I think so ya. Kan itu kan juga pembicaranya is only one sekelebat gitu.
It was such a weird
kan because we are very busy. Then we talking, you do Pilates, where is your Pilates? Udah gitu aja terus lewat. Gitu. And I tell you what, maybe when you started, people really know about Pilates or not?
Sebenarnya the player at that point when I opened, the player has been around for 10 years at least. Tapi
not really.
The pandemic has really catapulted it
back up.
I think now I can say the society in Indo, at least a bigger part of the society is ready, at least in Jakarta. I think people are ready now in ways that I think prior to the pandemic people were not ready.
So when you start the Pilates is because you are doing it yourself.
Because I know how much it healed people. And if my dad were here, he would be able to come in and give you a pitch over how this helped him, karena he had problems with his foot, tapi kayak with Pilates it helped. So he said it over and over again, and that's how he attracted all his friends to come to us juga.
Itu sebenarnya kan salah satunya. It's the same as me.
And I think kayak I have to say bahwa kayak it's weird because it's not like big and bombastic seperti yoga, let's say ya. Tapi kayak those who have been touched personally by Pilates, when they tell the story, it's like spreading the gospel. Kayak,
Iya.
I just want to tell you this story and people believe gitu.
Because it's you experience yourself. They tell you the stories for other people that is sharing what they experience. You know, so it's just like, yeah, I like that places.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. I just feel like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, where? When I just is around Kemang.
Yeah.
You know, that is coming like that all the time. So, yeah, it's a. Now I just thinking itu kan 5-6 tahun yang lalu. By that time, okay, people know Pilates anyway, but it's not really into it gitu loh.
Yeah.
Kalau yoga kan, oh yoga gitu, tapi Pilates.
Yeah.
Kind like that.
Yeah,
gitu.
yeah.
Tapi for you have that strong feeling that I'm gonna decide whatever that you do ya.
Yeah.
Dengan Pilates ini kan, tapi really that I want to go into this business gitu loh.
What's interesting to me is going back to that idea of local rockstar ya. Pilates itu kenapa nggak pernah selesai ya? Orang selalu bisa buka studio Pilates baru sebenarnya. Karena kalau semua orang berkonsep ini adalah grassroots, then I am going to just let you, my community, know. You are my community, but some of the engineers outside here may not be directly my community, but they are your community.
Yes.
And I think lebih kayak gitu sih Bu. I think that's why kayak mungkin Pilates is not as like widespread or like well known. Bukan cuma well known tapi well experienced ya.
Yeah.
And I think that's because kayak memang kurang banyak orang yang bikin with the mindset that I'm just gonna impact my 5-mile radius aja sih gitu. Jadi sebenarnya it's just kayak maksudnya if you know the good in it, you believe in it enough, yeah, you just wanna spread it to the people around you gitu ya. Memang if you, I have to say kayak misalnya as a business ya Bu ya, to be very honest, this business is not as big or has potential for success as.
Why not?
I don't know. More because let's say misalnya kayak let's look at the structure of the business to dissect this down. One is a space, right? You need a bigger space. Kalau yoga, you have one room, you put 20 mats on there. Ya sekarang sih it's changing with the pandemic ya. Tapi kayak that's the idea. With Pilates, makanya lucunya with the pandemic justru kita agak lebih naik. Karena the size is smaller, right? And
it's
people are and people are not scared, right? Especially if you're clean, people will just like, okay, I'm going there.
Yeah. That's it.
Tapi ya kayak gitu Bu. Jadi kayak the space itself perlu tempat. Dan kita perlu kalau sewanya kan kita perlu tempat yang besar. Tapi kalau sewa kemungkinan nggak bisa tahan lama, right? And then kita high intensity di capitalnya at the first karena kita mesti beli alatnya dan sebagainya. And then you split 50-50 with your teachers, right? So those things memang secara kalau kayak successful meaning kayak you reap a lot of money, maybe not.
No.
Yeah.
Not in the short time.
Not in the short term. And I do think that maybe kayak mungkin we are comparing with the wrong metrics. Kalau kita bandingin Pilates studio sama fitness first gyms, ya of course lah.
That's
right?
not apple to apple.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, talking like orange, the beautiful orange with the apple Malang.
Tapi maksudnya, I think sometimes we can lose sight of that, right? Like we think that kayak my business is not doing well because I compared with it. Padahal it's not the same. Cuma memang I do think that nggak tahu ya Bu, I think kayak the studio itself, maksudnya the business itself, I am on a mission by the way to make sure that I can prove that I can succeed fully.
Are you confident when you're saying that this going to be succeed?
I want it to, yeah.
You want my opinion?
sweet.
Gantian gue yang di interview. You want my opinion? It's going to be success. I mean, in business wise,
Yeah.
I'm more into business rather than in
Yeah.
like digital. This one, ya kan akselerasinya tinggi
Yeah.
sekali gitu loh.
Yeah.
And that Pilates is a new things for everybody. Dan this is a mouth to mouth punya promotion.
Yeah.
Because sharing experience. Oh, like we talk like this, then you just share that. Oh wow, I'm one of your clients,
Yeah.
and then that was what I'm thinking. Is the future business? Don't you think?
I
You're
hope
not
so.
That's your business, you know. you should yes, but it's just kind of like it's a future business. I mean, people talking about universe now. People talking about energy.
Yeah.
People talking about frequency. What the hell we are going now? Okay, and then people talking about healing.
Yeah.
Healthy.
Yes.
Whatever that you never thought before.
Yeah, that's
Only a certain community will talk about it, like meditasi lah gitu kan, like lah more into that things gitu kan. Tapi belakangan ini kan kita banyak. Let me ask you one more.
no, this is
Let me ask you one more. How familiar you are with vegan?
quite familiar.
Since when?
I was in LA, which is the hotbed of that. Yeah. I tried it for like 6 months, maybe. Yeah.
See, I mean, that is there,
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
It's common, vegan. And then I remember that I think it's quite 5 or 6 years ago. There's a friend of us here that's opened a restaurant, vegan restaurant. Then they invited local people. Nobody knows about vegan.
Yeah.
It's kind of like vegan, vegetarian is common.
Yes.
Okay, but vegan.
Yeah.
Okay. Then one day, that friends, actually Ichan friends, my partner friends, then asking, why don't you just come to our restaurant, just open it? Sure. Di daerah Kemang kesana, ujung sana gitu kan. Sure. Then said, ini vegan. Oh, that's good. Then they look at me. You know vegan? Yeah, I know vegan. I mean, what the hell is that? You're inviting me, then you said vegan, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Then I learned. Then I said, why you look at me like that? No, because our friend just, what is this? It's kind of like, what is this? So I don't want to compare that vegan with Pilates, but do you think that having that similarity on that with the local? Out there Pilates is common kan?
Yeah.
Mika ke Pilates studio pergi gitu.
Yeah.
Jadi kan kalau di sini Pilates, lu ngapain di Pilates? Hah, ngapain?
Yeah.
Begini kan? Ngerti nggak?
Yeah.
Jadi gara-gara kepala itu rasanya
Yeah.
gimana kan? It's me as doing it gitu. It's not the one the business owner like you.
Yeah.
Gitu.
Yeah, I think that you're right in the sense that I guess the market is not there yet. And this is what I like to problematize all the time, Bu. To me, the reason why Pilates can be quite difficult to define or to pin down, and therefore for it to like catch fire in the idea that we like it to be ya. Kan maksudnya kita catch fire itu viral jadi TikTok star gitu kan. And I think the reason is because
TikTok star have that competition. Okay.
Aduh, between you and me, I think you would make a better TikTok star than I would.
You never know loh ya.
But I think that mungkin memang juga because Pilates means very different things to different people. For me, it is a method of healing and transformation. But if you ask all my other 6 teachers in this studio, I think they attach different meanings to Pilates. And I think mungkin again, to couple that with the fact that Pilates is not as widespread as yoga, let's say, yet, I think then it's easy to confuse it with whatever you see. Like the first 5 ads that you see about Pilates. Masih banyak sekali bapak-bapak yang kalau tanya mau Pilates nggak sih? Kayak, itu kan buat ibu-ibu hamil. Terus kayak, you don't think ibu-ibu hamil tuh lebih kuat daripada you? Gitu kayak, I think you should do it too. Tapi then we're sad. Then we're told kayak katanya kita nggak inclusive atau whatever. Yeah. But I mean, to ini yeah, you were pointing out kayak how come you're not sure about it? Yes, Ibu. That's something that I need to like scrub clean.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, there's always an example in the marketing side. Yeah, there's a salesman going to Africa. Maybe you heard about it before. Going to Africa to sell shoes. There are two of them, and one they're going back right away because they're there's nobody wearing shoes. Caka gitu kan. Yeah. But there's one saying that wow, it's a big huge potential. It's a big market for that.
Yeah.
Which one that you're gonna choose? Because I'm a sales marketing people before, so that is kind of like when I open up the market, then I always giving these examples. I remember that, So you see the opportunity, or you see the other way, something like
The
that.
weaknesses.
The weaknesses. Yeah. I mean, if you think always negative, then it's going. Yeah, it's like whatever you say, whatever you think is your dream and come true. That's all people say gitu kan.
Yeah.
Tapi kalau sekarang businesses kan is becoming small.
Yeah.
I mean, you see the fitness first, and then what's the other one? Celebrity yang besar-besar gitu kan, sampai the whole gedung satu lantai semuanya, kadang 2 lantai gitu kan, but look at now. It's empty.
And I do think there is a shift because of the pandemic, that people are starting to see that they start to appreciate professional help, so to speak, and those who actually know their staff. And that's where I hope that we can also shift in the way that we train our teachers. So up in my horizon it is an education business kan, Bu. And what I really want is for the Pilates business to also like be a place where people can see Pilates and say, I could build a career in this, the way that I did too. And I think there are so many ways to go about it, right? One of them is to really know your staff and to really I guess have the heart to heal people, which comes from first healing yourself.
True.
And I do think that at the moment, I think Pilates is choosing to be very like in this road where like I'm here for the physical healing, but as you were saying just now, like I don't think that's separate from the rest, right?
It's a package. It's package. It's psychological things that also including on whatever that you are doing actually. Itu kan kayak kita kan nggak pernah tahu bahwa brand itu instruksi tangan goyang, kan? Ya, tapi kan we do it. Jadi kan itu kayak satu paket gitu, is really is one point. You can live without it gitu loh, one to another. In my opinion sih sebenarnya gitu kan. And I'm so curious, so who is actually your second client that
My second client.
Back. Not your father. The first your mom, the second your father. No.
I'll say my father is also like, it's an annex to my mom, right? So maybe I couldn't count. So then my first stranger client.
And how you got it?
Through my uncle.
Okay.
So my uncle joins this choir. He has a bunch of people, and then there's 2 people, one who's just interested in Pilates, and then the other one who's super tall. He's like 193, 195, and obviously has some so then they came, and I'm like, will my reformer fit?
So how you gonna do it?
I mean, he's not big, right? But he's just really tall. I think they were the second to join. It was the 2 of them. So one is super small and one is super tall. So I mean, I'm like, can you guys do separate sessions? They're like, no, we'll come as in a package.
It's kind of like Twin.
No.
The movie. You know what I mean? The 2. Catch it? It's just so.
It is like bener-bener yeah.
Twin.
And
I mean, that twin,
yeah.
that movie. Okay.
Yeah. So then ya udah. Jadi they have stayed. They still come now.
Oh, that's
They're in
great.
my second location.
Okay.
Because it's closer to their house. But they came from Barat every week.
Oh my
They
god.
would just go. I don't know how I got them. No, I know how I got them. They trusted in my uncle. But I think they stayed because it was the two of them. So this is also one of the things too, right? They're friends, by the way. They're not like couples. They're not family. But they came because it's the two of them. In my experience, like two people, it's very hard to keep together. Usually they separate ways, or they switch into group classes which are bigger, right? But there's a sweet spot sometimes. Every once in a while, we find a duet that stays together for life, and I think it's because there's a common enemy that they're fighting.
Mungkin kali ya.
It's yeah. But they are my second client. Yeah.
So did you know that your business is actually not Pilates?
It's a business of Sharon. I know that. Just kidding.
It's a business of trust.
It's a business of trust. Yes.
It's a business of trust. So once people know trusting you, I mean, it's just like I remember that last time the conversation, like I think your father told me when you said the Pilates. I said, I think your father saying, yeah, Pilates. I'm not a client. Oh, I think that conversation is just like not even 1 minute.
Yeah.
I got it. Oh, okay. You know, it's
Yeah,
kind of like, hey, the father also supporting, meaning there's something good,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, kan?
Yeah.
Yang kayak gitu.
Yeah.
So how you promote your places actually after the third, the second, the second, the third, the fourth
You mean client?
client?
We continue to be mouth to mouth.
Mm.
Today we are on Instagram, right? We've always been on Instagram, but I've never really utilized that that platform. Actually, this year, it just ended yesterday. I did myself a challenge of
Yeah.
365
Yeah.
rambles. That was
Yeah.
more for personal reasons, but
But it's a good thing.
one of the reasons why I did it was because I was feeling very stuck about promoting on social
Promoting
media. So I think what I realized too is that I've been surprised this year. I actually let it go to my admin, and I said to my admin, go and record all the
Whatever.
classes and then just start posting. And we didn't even post on the feed, we just posted on stories.
That's the powerful one.
I know, because people just watch. And then
That's
they
the
watch.
powerful one. Because people don't see fit anymore.
Yeah.
It's a story, just
It's a story,
one
yeah.
time.
Yeah. It's like TV, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's been I think this year we
Double.
got up to like maybe like 250 followers or something like that without even posting. It was just like it's mostly like stories, which made me realize like one, it doesn't have to be perfect before it comes out.
Like me, I said that things, But then I said, why not? I mean, that is a good thing that the journey of me.
Yeah.
Then one day they see me like Sharon, and then how are you gonna do it?
But
How did you do it?
I do have to say to you that a lot of clients actually have been saying that like whenever your video would come up, they would be like, she's so good. You have this grace about you.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Really me?
Whenever you show up, like a few people would be like, itu siapa? Kayak, bagus banget gerakannya gitu.
Yeah,
gitu. And then I tell your teacher jangan take credit. She's good because she's good. Just kidding.
But that is good.